Living in a period of uncertainties. Is this time different? Information from Piatta Financiera by Bogdan Capraru, Professor of Finance and Banking. Welcome, viewers. Here comes your update. Living in a period of uncertainties. Is this time different? Economic uncertainty refers to the difficulty in predicting future economic developments due to a high degree of risk or unknown elements. This uncertainty can be caused by various factors, such as political instability, changes in government policies, geopolitical turmoil, natural disasters, pandemics, and market fluctuations. While economic uncertainty has always existed to some extent, the question is whether it is different now and if uncertainties are wider than before. In the short term, persistent inflation remains a challenge as it refuses to come down to pre-energy crisis levels. Although there has been a significant decline from the peak, reaching the target set by central banks, 2%, will be a big battle. Pressures from the labor market, particularly in the services sector, along with supply chain reshuffles and high energy costs, contribute to this challenge. Geopolitical uncertainties are deepening due to ongoing conflicts in Ukraine, Gaza Strip, Red Sea, and other regions. These conflicts impact supply chains and international transport costs. The unpredictability of these conflicts and the reshaping of geo-economic relationships further heighten uncertainty. Additionally, China's economy is showing signs of fatigue and financial trouble. In Europe, economic growth is below potential despite forecasts indicating an upward trend until 2024. Germany's economy also experienced fatigue with a decline in GDP in 2023. Election years in European countries increase uncertainty, especially as populism and ideology gain traction within EU countries. The current geopolitical situation may continue or even lead to new conflicts. The outcome of the U.S. presidential elections will play a decisive role in this regard, particularly regarding financial and military support for Ukraine. Europe must be prepared to combat any aggression by increasing defense expenditures, putting additional pressure on public budgets. Although inflation is trending downward, elevated risks could keep interest rates high. Central banks may be cautious about cutting benchmark interest rates too quickly or frequently. Higher long-term interest rates will increase borrowing costs and public debt for countries worldwide. Considering trends in inflation, interest rates, and economic growth, the RG position, interest rate versus economic growth rate, may become unfavorable. These higher interest rates will keep credit conditions tight for companies, impacting growth outlooks. Failure to address public debt issues could lead to a slow fiscal death for some countries. The European Union has responded by implementing new measures such as the Transmission Protection Instrument to ensure optimal transmission of monetary policy, considering public finances and debt. A new economic governance framework with fiscal rules aims to reduce public debt as a percentage of GDP in the long term. Artificial intelligence, AI, and digitalization will have significant implications for economies in the medium and long term. While seen as innovative with positive impacts on efficiency, AI is also a source of uncertainty due to lack of regulation, deep fakes, increased social spending on retraining, and cyber attacks. The aging population and unsustainability of public pension systems add further elements of long-term uncertainty. The shrinking working population, influenced by AI's increasing role, and attitudes towards intergenerational solidarity and tax payment complicate matters. Climate risks are another source of uncertainty that is often ignored or not adequately addressed. The costs associated with mitigating and preventing adverse impacts of natural disasters and transitioning to a greener society contribute to this uncertainty. Overall, economic uncertainties are different now compared to previous decades. They are spreading across time and space, becoming more complex with various causes and a longer-term perspective. It is crucial to acknowledge these uncertainties, take appropriate action in addressing them, and be proactive in managing them. Note: the views expressed in this text are those of the author alone and do not represent the institutions they are associated with. That's all for now. Thanks for listening.